Hello, I'm Will Morin, and welcome to the very first episode of Versus the Bomb. For those of you who don't know, which is all of you, Versus the Bomb is a video series that's going to be looking at popular, at times controversial, and always interesting news in the comic book, video games, and nerdcore hip-hop communities. What is nerdcore hip-hop, you ask? Well, it's just hip-hop by nerdy people about nerdy things. Now that we've got the basic idea of the video series out of the way, let's hop right into the topic of the week, that is the new Double Take comic book universe. I got this little preview packet in my bag of comics last week. I am just now getting around to being able to talk about it, but I'm glad I am because I have a lot to say. Not all good. So basically, this double tape universe is a universe consisting of what is this, like 8? It's about 10 new comic books being released. Totally new publisher, totally new universe, all within the same universe. That's sort of implied, though. This new publisher is owned by video game development publisher Take-Two Interactive, which owns 2K Games, which created the BioShock games, which some of you may have not heard of if you don't play video games, but they also own Rockstar, which created the Grand Theft Auto games, which I think everybody has heard of. Specifically, in the case of BioShock, it was actually 2K Boston, currently known as Irrational Games, that developed those games. That studio actually being right up the street from my college, weirdly enough. So considering the status that GTA and BioShock have attained within the comic book, or within the video game world, you know, how groundbreaking both of these franchises were, you would think that when the owners of the studios that made those games say that they're breaking into comics, they're going to make sure that the same care put into those games is put into their comic books. But that doesn't look like it's what they're doing. Now, I have two main issues with this whole Double Take universe, and to be clear, these are my issues. If you're a zombie collector, I think there is a lot of value in these comics. They're going for pretty cheap. But I have two main issues, the first being the art quality. Now, I don't find the art in any of these comics to be bad particularly. I just don't find them to be sort of what I would consider up to par. Like, I think my main issue is with issues of anatomy. I think characters seem very static at certain moments. And when you're drawing a comic, I think even when a character is standing, you need to make it dynamic, and I don't think a lot of these books do that. Some do. Some are very good at sort of capturing the motion of the characters. The only reason I'm being so hard on the books that aren't is because Bill Jemas, who is I think they're calling him general manager, which is kind of like an editor-in-chief, has said in interviews that for the $2.25 that you are paying for these books, you're going to get the same quality as a $3.99 book, and I think in the negative cases that I just mentioned, you aren't getting that quality. The other issue I find with this whole Take-Two Double Take universe is also visual, and that's the dependence that a lot of the art has on half-naked women, sexy pinup, zombie, nurse women. You see where I'm going with this. And I think in that instance, it doesn't so much matter what I think as what the vast majority of readers will think. And I think with this sort of shift and this voice that female and feminist comic book readers and writers have been given in the last couple of years, relying on that kind of visual style could ultimately hurt Double Take. So again, not so much my opinion as the effect that I think this kind of comic is going to have. Well, that's my analysis of this whole double take zombie universe based off of 10 one-page previews. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. If you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I'm Will Morin, and thank you for watching.